Good morning, guys. We are in the front of the house today. I have a couple things that I want to work on, just kind of some housekeeping stuff almost. If you guys have been following along, you probably remember that we did a big planting on the front porch a couple weeks ago, and that included a couple hanging baskets that I wanted to put up. And I haven't done it yet because I haven't had the actual hanging piece that hooks into the basket. These are kind of prefab, cheap hanging baskets, and the plastic pieces that clip into them to hold them with the hook are gone. I don't have them anymore. So I need to figure out a way to kind of MacGyver that together, and then I need to install the brackets and the hooks to actually hang them on the porch. So we're gonna do that today, and then I think if we have time, I would like to get into the vegetable garden and plant up my cucumbers. They're one of the only other crops that I have right now that has a very long maturity date, so I want to get those in the ground and get them started so that they can start growing, basically, because it's going to be a while before I see a crop from those, so I want to get those started. It's kind of fun to be out here right now because I don't normally get out here this early. Usually my mornings are like hanging out, having coffee, stuff like that. A lot of times I'll sit out here and have coffee in the morning, but I don't normally work out in the garden this early. But I had to take my car in. This is the loaner car for the day. I had to take my car in to get some finishing touches done, so that was really exciting. But it got me out of the house really early and got me going really early. So now I'm gonna get some stuff done this morning. So let's go. Let's get to it. I have these brackets, and I still don't know if I'm gonna do up or down. I'm kind of leaning towards doing them down facing. Here, let me move the camera. So posting them in here like this, and then I have to build a string for the hanging baskets, but then the hanging baskets will go right there. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna get these mounted, and then we'll work on a string for the hanging baskets, because I don't really know what I'm gonna do for that. So let's get these up. So I got all the hooks hung. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I've been putting that off for so long. But part of the reason I know that I've been putting it off is because I don't have a way of hanging these. I don't have the hooks that hang these anymore. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try and do is create like a hanging basket with these using some garden twine. And then I have a bunch of these macrame beads, so I'm just going to run the string through the holes that are already in the sides here and see if I can't tie a bead on the bottom as a string hold. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so after playing around with this a little bit, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run the bead through the center of the string and then bring all of the strings together, because that'll double up the amount of twine that I have. So basically what it'll end up being is something like this, where the twine's going through the hole, grabbing onto the bead, and then we'll fashion a knot at the top that it can hang from. So basically right now I just need to go through and measure out a bunch of pieces of string, and then I can get all of this tied together and see how it works. Oh, that's really heavy. Okay, well, you can't see the flowers anymore, but eventually it'll cascade down and it'll be good. The other thing that I like about this is it's not fixed, so if I know that we're gonna get really heavy winds, I can come take it down, which I think is really important. I just don't know how much I trust the twine here, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me, but right now they're up, which is good, and I can always replace it with something later if I have to. So, let's do a couple more. Okay, so this is the spot where we're going to be putting in our cucumber. And I have two different varieties of cucumber. I have like a traditional store cucumber, like a munching cucumber, and I have a lemon cucumber. So I think what I'm going to do, because there's three sides to this guy, I think I will probably just double up and do one of each on each side, but I'll only do something like 2 seeds per planting instead of 4, which is what I would normally do, to kind of keep the density down a little bit. We have a lot of really fun bad weeds coming up in these boxes, which leads me to believe that there was something contaminated in the mulch that I got, which is a little frustrating. But they seem to all just be thin pieces of grass that are very easy to pull up, so it's not a big deal, but it is a little annoying. The other thing is that this bed has a noxious plant that's coming up in the middle of it as well, and it's coming up everywhere, through everything, in places that I don't have any mulch, so I don't think it was part of the mulch, but it's pretty bad. So if you ever see me just like picking out something, that's probably what it is, because I try and just pick it as much as I can, hoping that the plant will eventually die off. But let's go get some seeds. Okay, so we have our Marketmore cucumber and we have our lemon cucumber. Both of these have a 65-day maturity date, so that's actually only 2 months, but we are in mid-May, so that's gonna be July, which is actually about perfect. So I'll rip these bad boys open and we're gonna get some seed planting. They're only a 1/2 inch deep seed plantings, so nothing too crazy here. I'm just gonna kind of break up the surface of this soil because it does pack down over time, but it is real nice and wet, so that's good. Oh boy, yes, that is wet for sure. Okay, so I think I could probably, because there's a bunch of seeds in here, so I think I'm probably going to do 3 per planting, and I'm going to try and keep this even as much as possible. So I think I'm going to do the Marketmore cucumber on the right hand side. Our seed planting depth is only 1/2 inch, so I'm just going to plop these guys in like that. And we can always thin these out later if they get a little bit too dense. And make ourselves a little hole. There we go, 3 seeds, 1, 2, 3. And we will cover that with a little bit of soil. Okay, so right side, and right side. The soil right here is actually kind of dry where I'm going to plant these because it's in between the rows. Hopefully that's not a big deal. There's another one of those stupid plants. And now for the lemon cucumber, same concept, same planting. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Those are kind of deep, so I won't bury those too much. And last one, kind of right in here somewhere. One, 2, 3. Nice, easy peasy. Cut that in, and done. But pretty much, that's all I got for you today. Just a couple quick little DIY projects and some seed planting. Hello, bird. Not a lot going on this week, just kind of in between things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.